Good evening, good morrow, and good day, and welcome to another edition of Slice and Dice here with the Manylands campaign. We've had all kinds of technical issues, which is why we're starting half an hour later than usual, but fortunately it's going to be a shorter session tonight anyway, so it means you won't be missing out on any of the good stuff or having to stay up any later than usual. Here, of course, with me tonight, as you can see, are the players. Good evening, players. Now, you'll see two of them, that being the right hand of our display. Conveniently, they're both on the right. We just had problems, real technical problems with the right-hand side of our stream setup here. Nothing to do with the stream, to do with other software, but it means we have no video for Dan and for Jess, but they are both here. Good evening, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
See, we can hear them. Yay!
Voices
for a moment there, I suddenly thought,
I
oh
can't
no,
see
we can't.
people.
Who is anyone here? No, we're all alone in our
Stream
rooms,
is haunted.
This is good. This is good. Anyway, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream tonight. So, before we get underway with our stream tonight, please note that we are now back onto our regular schedule, where we will our next stream will be in 2 weeks' time. And I say that we're on our regular schedule. We're only going to enjoy that regular schedule for tonight and then the one in 2 weeks' time, because then I'm going to disrupt it again by then. After our next session, which is on the 13th, there'll be another one the week after on the 20th, because I can't do the week after that. So, to be honest, guys, if you to keep abreast of the situation and make sure that you know exactly when we're streaming, what days and so on, I would highly recommend that if you're not doing so already, to follow us on social media. It's all at slice&d6, because I will post on the day that we're going to stream, telling you that we're going to stream. I would hope to post more often than that, but at the moment, a lot of the time, that just isn't feasible. So, if nothing else, it'll be on the day. It will be on a Wednesday, because that is our streaming day at the moment. But, yeah, just join us on there, so that you'll be first to be notified. I was meant to do a shameless plug noise, and I did the air horn noise. So, yeah, technical. Here we go.
Shameless plug!
And I didn't even check to see, pre-stream, to see if I had changed the setup for the shameless plug noises, because I know that last week nobody could hear them. But I believe that has been fixed. Please confirm in the chat if you did or did not hear those noises. We'll move on to the next in our series of shameless plugs.
Shameless plug!
So I didn't mention it last week, which is silly, because last week was the first time that I could have actually shown you the merchandise, because before that I was having problems with my own video, which we've still got the workaround for. But now I will show you indeed, because we have new lines in our merch store. They were announced a while back, but it's always helpful to do a little reminder now that you can see them. And also, I ordered one particular item that had to be shipped from the US, because they don't stock it in Europe. They don't make it there. So anyway, but I've got a pencil case with black and golds from our black and golds collection. Black and golds, of course, being the bank which our party are using. Now, the black and golds collection doesn't just have pencil cases. There's t-shirts, there's mugs. I think there's all kinds of stuff on there, and there's also our crafty crew collection, our crafty collection, which that's our newest line, which also has pencil cases and other varieties of clothing and things that you can get from our Slice and Dice store. So if you wanted to support the channel and get yourself some cool stuff at the same time, head on over to the merch store. That's my advice for you today. To all our Koboldiest viewers, thank you, Bart, for that in the chat. And speaking of Bart, floor's yours, my friend. Plug away for what you're doing for charity.
Yes, indeed. Well, regular viewers will, I think, and hope be aware, but I am in June of this year, the year of our Lord 2022, going to be doing not one, but two, because I am a crazy person, sort of hikes for charity, specifically for Macmillan Cancer Support. I am going to be doing a full marathon's worth of walking in Cumbria, and then I think I can't remember the exact interval, but it's not more than 2 weeks later. I will be doing a 13-mile hike. This one in Yorkshire, and I am doing both of these, as I say, to raise money for Macmillan Cancer Support, a very fine charity indeed that do excellent work. Helping people deal with a sadly widespread and very horrible medical condition, or really a family of horrible medical conditions. A great many very generous and lovely people have given money already, to each of whom I say thank you very much. And I am as aware as we all are that cost of living is not going in a super positive direction. So please do not feel obligated to give money that you cannot really afford. But if you can spare a bob or two, then that would be most appreciated. I am over halfway to my sort of fundraising target, but it's a kind of a funny one because it's actually two separate fundraising targets that are sort of bracketed together. So you could make the case that I have completed one and got a lot more to do on another, but I am choosing to see it as being over halfway to the whole shebang. Yes, absolutely. If you have any money going spare, then do please offer it up. There is a link. Jack has very kindly put a link onto the Twitch page for Slice and D6, and I can, and in a moment will, also post a link to our Discord, and I'm sure it'll also make its way through to Twitter in the fullness of time as well. So yes, give early, give often, but only if you can afford it.
If you can afford, of course, yes. Thank you, Bart, for that. And here we go.
Shameless plug.
I have one more shameless plug. Speaking of the Discord, thank you for prompting me, because I got this fixed while we were sorting out other technical issues during the setup for tonight's stream. We have a new emote on our Discord channel. It was prompted by the team a couple of weeks ago, but I managed to finally get round and edit it together. So scared DK is no more, because we have awkward DK instead. So if you're ever feeling awkward and want to express that through an emote, there is now an emote of DK with the hoodie over his head. I should say the merch store branded hoodie as well, no less. It was the Malar brand hoodie he was wearing.
Incredible.
I
see.
Seamless, okay. Seamless, sort of just constantly merchandising.
I thought you were turning the new one into merch, which you definitely should do at some stage.
I don't know how that's going to feel
sorry,
about
DK.
that. Just putting
Sorry,
your face
DK.
all over everyone. Can you imagine?
I'm
you're
right
going to
with it.
Sam Riegel this right now and just turn up to a session with DK's face on your t-shirt. Anyway, currently that's not a thing. Sorry, go ahead, Dan.
I will point out the fact that the awkward DK and scared DK are not mutually exclusive states of being, and there is quite a significant amount of overlap.
There is definitely a Venn diagram with a lot of overlap between those two. Now, I will be post-stream updating our Twitch emotes to replace Scared DK with Awkward DK. Not only because the awkward one is more fun, but also because we've got Shocked Martyr, and Shocked Martyr and Scared DK kind of overlap quite a lot. So we kind of wanted to have a bit more differentiation in our emotes, and so I think Awkward DK will get a bit more traction. Is the thinking behind this, as well as the fact that we had this gem of a screenshot that we had to use. So that's available in our Discord right now. If you haven't joined our Discord already, I believe there is a link to that on our Twitch page. We'd be happy to have you and welcome you into the cult. Not a cult. Into the Discord. Main reasons for joining, other than obviously our banter with ourselves, is of course the meme dungeon. DK memes. DK memes? No, D&D memes. That's what I meant to say. I've just got a lot of awkward.
Let's make DK memes happen. Let's make
DK
that. No.
I think we need memes for the entire team.
We could all be memed. Everyone is thoroughly memeable in this campaign for sure.
I mean, we Jack time was started pretty early. I think that was the original meme for this particular campaign, and so it's only gone up from there, I would say. Anyway, I think that's more than enough shameless plugging for now. So unless any of the team have anything that they'd like to share with the group, the floor is yours. No. Okay, that's a lot of shaking the heads, just so Dan and Jess know what's going on there, and for our podcast listeners, of course, as well. Okay, so without any further ado, let's jump in with tonight's session here in the Manylands campaign on Slice and Dice. And we are back. Oh, hang on. And now I'm back. So last time in the Manylands campaign, well, to be honest, most of the last session, it's going to be a very quick recap, to be honest, because it was mostly just a big old fight. So with Breena having gone away for a couple of days, working at the palace, trying to decipher some of the Red Mage's ciphered scrolls, along with the assistance of the court mage. She then did some other business of her own, some shopping and the like, and eventually got back onto the trail of the party. Now, this was all covered in Breena's study break, which you'll find up on our YouTube right now. There was a live stream we did last week just before the main session. Lots of good stuff in there. Definitely check it out, because Breena has quite a bit of information already to give to the party, or at least she would have had information to give to the party if, when she tracked the party to the green sector, she wasn't immediately accosted by kobolds wearing studded leather that attacked her. These thieves and cutthroats and cutpursers attacked her, and just as she was just within reach, sort of the front door of the tavern that the group had been staying in, had been at a meeting with the Moonrunners in, Breena was dropped down to the ground unconscious. Fortunately, the hubbub did attract the attention of the party, who were already told that they were under attack. They had been informed by the Moonrunners, some spies from the Moonrunners, that is what was about to happen. And they heard a familiar voice, or Leobrin specifically heard a familiar voice, and charged out to go and help. More panic ensued, as well as Leobrin's plant growth spell, which definitely gave some much-needed battlefield control against the kobolds. Yes, it was a close-fought thing because of the sheer number of kobolds, not just these thieves and cutpurses, but also some spellcasting types as well, some of which the group will be familiar with at this point, as they had fought them once before on that rooftop battle in that alleyway not so long ago. So the battle broke out. Dox, who is currently in disguise as a lizard folk, was also at the meeting and joined in the fray in the battle. But the real problems after getting Breena back up were with more kobolds on the roof, which Brucon went up to fight on his own. Seeing that his friend was going to be surrounded, Leobrin teleported himself up there, I believe. He magicked himself up there to help, to which Brucon had already decided he was going to get off the roof at that point because he was not in a good place, leaving Leobrin alone on his roof, and then Leobrin was unfortunately cut down. But fortunately, long story short, because Breena also got cut down again, a lot of things happened. But the main thing is that now everyone has been saved, nobody died, and now the group are left sort of in the lull after the battle, with plenty of dead kobolds in and out of the tavern. And quite a lot of upturned bar stools and tables and the rest of it inside. And that's kind of where we're going to pick things up now, as you guys are all getting your breath back after that little battle. So the brother and sister, Telereka and Pentel Renshaw, have both been hanging back at the meeting place with their guard drakes, but hearing that the battle has died down, and with Seth's major image that he cast disappearing, they kind of come out into the main foyer, if you like, the main part of the tavern, and overlook the wreckage and to the rest of you. So, I take it the threat has passed then, Pentel says, adjusting his long robe.
Well, I'm not sure. Brucon goes over to the door, looks out, sees a wall of green mist, and turns around and maybe. Certainly seems to have calmed down a bit at the moment. Thanks for your help.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
I was talking to Breena.
Hi, guys. Yeah, you guys weren't a lot of help, were you?
We were hanging back, the sister Telereka intercedes. We were hanging back to protect our meeting place, but you seem to have it in hand anyway, so we left you to it.
Did it look like that? We dropped a lot.
Did you? I did not see anyone fall over from where I was, but I did see your elephantine companion hiding in the cupboard.
Did you see the big ape I made? And then I look at Neris and go like, I hope that was okay, Neris.
No, it was not.
Oh, come on, you had fun punching.
No. And you could see that she kind of had like a sideways glance, like, yeah, she probably did.
Yeah.
Secretly.
Yeah, by elf standards, Neris is like 15 or something, so I think a certain amount of no probably to be expected.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry I didn't ask. I'll ask next time, but whenever you feel like it, I can help you with that.
Thank you.
Alar interjects at this point from a distance away, now stood on top of the building, and he's like, "Oh, now, when did you all leave? And he starts to climb down the side of the building.
Yeah, I forgot in the recap that happened. I probably should have also mentioned about Seth's sword, but we'll find out more about that later, won't we?
What?
Nothing. You were a badass. You were a badass in the fight. That was all that happened. Yeah, a lot of dead kobolds. Speaking of dead kobolds, Telereka casts Mage Hand, and her it's an invisible Mage Hand, but you do see the like wind. You see what it affects rather than it itself. So you see her waving her hand, and one of the kobold corpses is kind of turned over. Revealing the this studded leather sort of coat, and she kind of looks the creature up and down. This seems to be some of the crafty crew of the Kobold. They've been working with the Kobold Kingdom. I guess these are the same ones that you perhaps have encountered earlier. Yes, that you mentioned. She's really addressing Seth as the one that she seems to be most familiar with in the group.
Yes, we fought them before. We turned them over to the police, and hopefully these aren't the same ones, actually. Can I do a quick investigation check to see
Sure.
if, I'm assuming all the kobolds don't look exactly the same to me.
Yes,
So
of
hopefully I can tell
course.
if they were similar, if any of them were the ones that we handed over to the police.
Yes, and investigation's fine. Yeah, you can do that.
Come on. Okay, 11.
You didn't really get to know these the kobold, the captives that you had that well. So there were a couple of defining features for them. But they given the amount of dead ones outside in the mist as well, you're not sure. Like maybe they might be amongst the corpses, but you haven't specifically you can't confirm either way. You haven't definitely seen those ones.
I'm as confused as I am in real life. Understood.
Basically, maybe you're not sure.
No. I can't tell. We've killed too many kobolds lately. They could be the same ones as the ones we let go. Hopefully they're not.
You let some go. That could be a problem.
Can Brucon make a check of like a history check or something to see if he recognizes any of them? Because he was, up close and personal with the previous lot.
I think for this it would be an investigation because you're turning over, like looking at them. History would be more just trying to recall what they look like, which I think, like you say, you spent more time with them, so that would affect the investigation more. So it'd be a lower DC if you wanted to do in the investigation check than it would for Seth.
Well, that's good because it's also a lower bonus. But let's do it. That's a natural one.
Yeah, no, not sure at all. No way to tell currently. But
Brucon's probably pissed. In fact, I think we know he's pissed. So he looks at them and just kind of goes, "I've never seen these before in my life."
He did quite a lot of cool quote monk shit during the fight, so he probably was quite drunk to pull off half of that. Are they even kobolds? Says there are 3 kobolds in a coat in the chat. They appear that way. Anyway, Telerakid looks up at her brother.
Wasn't that Scaffner?
It says, so Pen, if they let some of those kobolds leave, then maybe they notified them about them coming here, perhaps. And Pen,
we
Pen
gave them to the police.
You gave them to the police?
The guards. We can't exactly carry captives around through town.
Did you, indeed? Interesting. I'm sure they didn't escape. Huh. Well, either way, that either means that the crafty crew were targeting you, or they were targeting us. Either way, it would appear, since we do not have any alive to question, that maybe we should assume that they are after both of our groups, in which case we should probably work together.
Oh, now, and Mala has joined at this point.
You've got down from the roof at this point, yeah.
Yeah. Now that would require a certain amount of you contributing to the situation.
Yes, what he said.
They really didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Miss Breena! Oh, and Mala. Breena up and. Oh, are you well? Are you okay, Miss Breena? I came as soon as I could. I'm
sorry. I wish I was with you. If I was with you on the roof, I would have brought you down by flying. That would have been better. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's quite alright. Anyway, yes, if you're gonna help us, we will help you. You've actually got to contribute to the situation. Yes.
Really? I thought I contributed quite well in the meeting that we had. I gave you quite a bit of information on those people on your to-do list, whatever it is. The people that you are investigating. I thought I was clear that I had given you some information there.
Some information, to be sure, and potentially useful, but hardly definitive. And it's not as if you. It's not as if any of it had an obvious. Well, you spoke about the crafty crew, but weren't able to give us any more than sort of confirmation that they exist and are up to stuff, which, in fairness, I think we more or less concluded for ourselves. Why would you? So you suggest that we might as well assume that this crafty crew are after both you and us. We know they're after us because they've confirmed it to us in a conversation, albeit one under duress. Why would you think that they were coming after you? What would their interest in you be?
I cannot speak for the motives of the crafty crew. I would say it would be foolish to go after the Moonrunners, but certainly they were more to do with, petty theft and the like, whereas we are a much more sophisticated smuggling operation. So perhaps they covet what we already have, moving in on our patch, so to speak. But that I can only, ruminate on this and speculate.
I insight check that.
Sure, go for it.
Please be better than the previous roll. Okay, well, it is better than the previous roll, but all the same, that is a 6.
6 times better. Great.
This guy is quite a smooth talker from what you've witnessed of him so far. It's quite hard to tell if he doesn't appear to be deceiving you in any way, but he seems like this kind of slippery individual that he could be lying, which is very hard to tell. Yeah.
Well, yes, they may be trying to move in on our territory, perhaps, and covet what we have, but, I wonder, as I said to you in the meeting, the Kobold Kingdom, this spellcaster type, he kicks one of the bodies of the spellcasters. The spellcaster types are not of the crafty crew. They are of the Kobold Kingdom itself. They're acolytes. They're zealots. The two of them working together suggests that perhaps the crafty crew are being led by orders from below. And you can only find out for certain what those orders are by confronting them head on, I would say. In which case, you would need to delve into the Kobold Kingdom itself. Which, we have had a couple of spies, and we still do, that work within that area, but we have not been able to infiltrate the deepest bowels of the organization. But I can assume it is some kind of monarchy, given it is referred to as kingdom.
Oh yes, your deductive reasoning is truly beyond your looks.
My thank you, as are yours.
Is there so far this Kobold Kingdom has only attacked us once. The other time they were just pickpockets and not very good ones. Shouldn't we be focusing on the assassin and such that we're trying to find?
Are you asking the party or the Moonrunners?
Party.
Well, what's the chances that these two things intersect each other then, Mr. Seth? Is it possible that whatever's happening in the Kobold Kingdom is manifesting itself here?
I mean, it could be, but we'd have to find the link between them and one of the families, because we've still got, is it 5 families left to search from?
Well, we have a couple of... there's one particular lead that seems to be... Well, one lead on who might be implicated in some way, even if they're not necessarily the ultimate culprit, and also a place to go to potentially get some more information. If I'm remembering correctly, our friends here suggested that the Dudra Denish, the sort of head of culture, the leader of the silver sector, seems to be a sort of a vulnerable individual, and seems to be in some way in debt to Caladan Lambold, but we were also. It was also suggested that Ryan Imbixtel is just generally speaking a good person to try and make a connection with if you want to know what's going on in Herthia. So we haven't really knocked anyone out of the running, but we've got a couple of strong avenues of further inquiry.
If inquiry is what you are seeking to do, and do it expediently, I hope our friend here doesn't mind me speaking on her behalf. But and gesticulates to the lizard folk. She has been investigating into this assassination for, well, ever since it took place, actually. She has called on favors from us from time to time, as we have on her. She has connections with well, maybe I shouldn't speak so much. She has connections and possible leads as well. So maybe you should take her with you if she was willing, that is. I don't wish to speak for you, my friend. I think we're still having problems with Jess, aren't we?
No, looking okay on Discord.
She just unmuted, but it doesn't seem there's any sound.
I'm not hearing any sound, so I'm gonna, we'll assume for now that the lizard folk just nods.
The whole time you were building up to her intro, in my head all I could hear was the little drum roll of "Is she there?" And then
silence. Anyway, yes, the lizard folk just nods, and Pentel turns back to the rest of you. Yes, yes, you are quite right in your summation, Mr. Brucon. Appreciate that. You clearly were paying attention. But, as I said, there appears to be... Maybe there is a...
Like I'm a suck-up.
No, not at all.
Sorry, no, I didn't say that.
Okay, is that okay? Sorry. All right.
I did say it in character and then immediately went, no, I shouldn't. That isn't the thing to say.
There may be causality, there may be not. But, either way... It seems that this is twice now that they have targeted you folks. So I wonder what that could be. Why that could be. What reason would they have for targeting such high-profile characters as the pit champions?
Yes, we were wondering that ourselves. We were we're planning on investigating that as well. Would your friend here be interested to join us? It sounds like they have some expertise in chasing down information and leads. Maybe they have some skills they can bring to this particular issue.
Oh, I do not. Oh, hello.
Hello.
The sound.
Yay! Jess is back.
Sound.
Well, if you get yourself into trouble with somebody, then it is not my fault, is it?
So I believe she is agreeing to go with you, are you not?
Yes. Just try not to get killed.
No, we're fine. We don't get killed. We just get lightly stabbed.
Oh, now, Mr. Seth, come now. It's not that bad.
I'm going to open my jacket and just show the big patch of blood that... Oh, it's still spurting, yeah.
Oh, no, oh, Mr. Seth, let me get that for you, and I just insert my finger into the wound.
Oh, motherfucking son of a fuck!
Oh, now, just be steady. We'll get this looked at, Mr. Seth.
You know, maybe we're...
I'm going to hit his hand away and back up before I cut. Something stupid. Locks are done.
Sorry, Jess.
Is Breena like still picked up by Mala? Is she still like with him?
I suspect he would have given you a big old squeeze and then put you down.
Okay, because she's gonna then tuck on his trunk. Pick me up. I need to whisper something to you.
I picked Breena up.
Funny that you're using as a bell pull there.
But the least... I love that. I need to whisper something to you. The least subtle way. Excuse me, I need a private word with you.
Yes. And she's going to be up there and then whisper in his big ol' ears, His sword was soaking up blood. It is too scary.
Ah. Oh, Ms. Breena, thank you very much. I noted.
Smell of roses.
I put Breena down. And I
One
look
more
at
thing,
Seth.
one more thing. Wait.
Oh, back up.
She's just gonna say, I learned a lot about like red mages and stuff, but I don't want to talk in front of this lizard folk person.
Oh, okay. Yes, Ms. Breena, we'll have a conversation about this later.
Okay.
I put Breena down, and I just look at Seth, exasperated.
So as you normally do.
Withering.
Well, yeah, you know.
So as this little hushed conversation has happened between Breena and Mallow, the rest of them have just been looking, just watching you guys. Just take your time. Oh, are you done?
Yeah, just,
okay.
like watching, just kind of going, like these people are just gonna die.
The pencil just kind of turns to Docs.
I will not be responsible.
Turns to Docs and says, "This is why you should probably go with them. They would appreciate your guiding hand, I think. You know the ways of Herthir better than these outsiders would, so... Good luck." Sorry, go ahead, Jess.
No, it's just fine.
So anyway, as I said, the Kobold Kingdom is operating underground in the sewers. If you wanted to lead on somewhere to go to investigate them, I would suggest you talking to Lord General Nither Xerox. Oh, he's a proud dragonborn in the Black Sector, and also a person of influence, but also the one who's been campaigning very hard to deal with the Kobold Kingdom and their ways. Unfortunately, not everyone else thinks there is so much, so much of a big deal. But you were saying with other people on your list, yes, of course, Ray Mimbextel is the information head of the Dragon Council. So if information is what you seek, she is the best to talk to. I'm probably second place on that list, perhaps. But she is definitely the most influential. And, as you say, if Duzra is in debt to somebody else, then perhaps that can be a way of turning the screw with them, to put the squeeze on them, to maybe get a bit more information from them. Was there anyone else you were looking for information on that I could be of assistance of? To pay you back for dealing with the assault on this particular inn, minus the cost of the destruction that your giant ape made to this property. And he points up to the bits of beams that are broken and hanging down from the second floor.
Well, I have a question. What can you tell us about Nither Xerox? To what extent can the militia here be, or for that matter, the Royal Guard under Funch? How trustworthy should we treat them?
Well, one thing I can tell you for certain, and it's interesting you point out these two organizations, because the two do not get on very well. You see, the Royal Guard represent the gold sector more, and the guard under the City Watch, if you like, under the tutelage of Nither Xerox, more represent the black sector. Now, in the history of Herthir, the Gold Dragonborn and the Black Dragonborn were rival clans, and they did not get on well. They both vied for control over the city, and for years they fought over it. This was after, of course, the dragons had left. The two of them fought for a long, long time over it. In fact, it was only the formation of the Dragonborn Kingdom that actually brought peace to the clans, but there has always been a bit of rivalry between the two. So you can use one to, influence the other if you were canny in your investigation. Otherwise, if there were specifics you were looking on, I could go into more detail if on one or the other. Which one would you like first?
Well, in the interests of having something to sort of smooth our relations over with other locals here, let's start with Funch and the Royal Guard. What's their story?
You mean how was the Royal Guard formed, or what their relation to the people, or?
Well, are they on the take? Do you have lots of Are they for sale? Do they have well-known rackets that they're involved in? Are they sincere and earnest in their willingness to defend the person of King Zarndak? What's the how should we assess them in terms of reliability, I think, is my ultimate question here.
A very good question. Well, of course, the official line is that they are the best and the brightest and the strongest of the guards. Only the best get to join the royal guards to protect the king. But, well, I think the enforcers would probably have a thing or two to say about that. I know the rivalry between Funch and the commander of, Bolt, that's it, of the enforcers, is well documented and very public. But the two, Funch is, she is very difficult. I know that many have tried to get her on the take, as you say, but nobody, as far as I'm aware, has been successful yet. That is not to say that other members of the Royal Guard are not more easily manipulated. Though if you are looking for a steadfast, righteous dragonborn of honor and all of those antiquated ideals, their Captain Orburn, I believe his name is, would be an exemplar of that. He's been very, he does not get on well with the people because of how stringent he is about the rules.
Captain Orburn, gotcha. That's good to know. And what about the militia? Are they a bit more pliable, or are they? Is this purely a case of two organisations that can't stand one another, or is one of them noticeably more corrupt?
I would say, out of the two, the Royal Guard report directly to the king. So there is only a very short sort of management structure between them. The hierarchical structure. In the case of the militia, however, they are meant to cover the whole of the city. And so each of them will report to the sort of administrative individual for each sector. But, ultimately, Nither Xerox is at the top of their pile. I would argue that perhaps they would sooner go to him than go to the king even though he is meant to report to the king, and he is the militia head for the city, for the Dragon Council. But I believe their loyalty to the Lord General would supersede even that of the king, if anything were to happen. Now, I'm not suggesting that there is any kind of coup d'etat about to take place, but I would hazard a guess that if there were, you would need the militia on side for this.
Brucon kind of tries to, Brucon kind of picks up on the sort of semi-subtle implication that that might be there in what Pentel Renshaw is saying. Would it be a chance of another attempt at an insight check on that specific statement about coups? Switching d20s. That's well. I mean, we're improving. We're working our way towards good dice rolls, but that was a 9.
You have no reason to doubt what he's saying. As far as you can tell, the militia presence in the black sector, when you went through it, is particularly strong. So, and it's mostly sort of military style tents.
Yeah, everything up until that last bit about if you want to do a coup, you need the militia on side was a fairly straightforward extension of what he'd already said, and the last bit was kind of I don't want to say like obvious, but it intuitively makes sense and doesn't require a lot of further examination. So yeah, that's fair. Okay, well, Brucon says, right, militia useful for coups. Gotcha. Well, I mean that's certainly all that occurs to me. But I'm pretty drunk, and I don't want to say that none of our group would have other questions to ask. So over to you. And at that, Brucon starts scanning the room to see if he can minesweep an undrunk pint.
All right. Pencil, meanwhile, turns to the rest of you.
Anyone else have any other questions? Perhaps about the Lord General? I should say that whilst I believe the militia would be necessary for a coup, that perhaps if you had a more, how do I put this, a character at their head with less scruples, you could be in danger of that. But neither Xerox comes from a proud, noble line, and he puts his duty before anything else. So I would be surprised if he were to be behind a coup. That being said, the rivalry with the Gold Sector, of which King Zarendak is a member, the Gold Clan, should I say, still exists.
Oh well, okay, that's noted. I'm awful sorry here, and Mala will pivot to this new lizard person that's in our sort of entourage, and I am awful sorry there, miss. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Deacon Malar Shade Creek, and I don't believe I remember getting your name. And he holds out a hand to shake Dox's hand, although he doesn't know it's Dox, but yeah.
She goes to grab his hands, and as she does it, you see her face to a kind of beigey looking dragonborn with blue scales. My name's Dox.
Goodness, that's yeah, you will get on well with Mr. Seth. Mr. Seth, I've got a friend for you.
Gonna come over. It's like, man, I'm gonna push my wound again.
Oh. No, Ms., what was your name?
Dox.
Oh, Miss Dox, this is Mr. Seth. He's our resident ne'er-do-well. Mr. Seth, this is Dox. Be nice.
I'm not. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Ms. Breena, this is Ms. Dox. Ms. Dox, this is Breena. You get where Malar's going with this, I think.
She's very pretty.
Oh, and this is our resident bold and intrepid savior of the moment, Mr. Leobrin. Mr.
Hello.
Leobrin, this is Ms. Dox.
Hello. Pleasure to meet you.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Yes. I think.
You hear a call from down and across the room going, hello, and then a hand appears above a table as Brucon's like sifting through, sort of going, oh, there's got to be one down here somewhere, and there's just a kind of a casual wave in the background while he's searching for booze.
You're on Brew Recon.
Meanwhile,
I'm straight, I am.
Meanwhile, Neris is standing at one side with her arms folded and her outfit of smouldering intensifying, and she's kind of near to Leobrin and goes, I don't like her. Like, as soon as she saw her change shape, it's like, nope. Nope. Not after what happened before. Not with the doppelganger. She's not happy about this at all.
That's a good shout.
What time of day is it now?
It's late evening. It's night.
And we're stood outside in the street, right?
No, you're in the tavern.
We're in the bar.
We're back in the tavern. Right,
You're in the tavern, in the wreckage of the tavern.
All the corpses are just outside.
There are a few in the tavern, to be fair. You did Seth, in particular, slayed a few in the bar. In fact, he did a badass moment standing on the counter as he slayed one.
Look, we're all injured. We're at a crime scene again. Why don't we rest for the day, start tomorrow, question or kidnap some of the people on our list, and make some progress finding the assassin?
Yes, I don't feel so good.
I heard a yes to kidnap people. Anyone else?
No, yes to rest, Steph.
Oh,
Stuff.
okay.
Also, I want to look at that sword of yours.
Why?
Because it's pretty.
Your family gave it to me. You've seen it.
I know. It's pretty. They never let me look at it.
Insight check.
You have to make a deception check, Breena.
Yep.
And you make an insight check, and we'll see who wins.
That's a 4.
Yeah. Insight. That is. I have 0 on that. That's 19.
4.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
19 beats
the number you
4.
were trying to beat was not high.
Yeah, she's lying.
From the frown that Breena is saying when she says, "It's pretty, I want to look at it," you can tell that that's not the reason why she wants to look at it.
Well, maybe another time after we've rested and got more time. We're still standing at a crime scene.
You know, I could identify it for you and see if it does any secret stuff.
You did identify it for me, didn't you?
No.
I
That's
don't think
genuine.
she did.
I can't recall.
No, I didn't.
I don't think she did. Mm.
No, I mean your family had it for a long time. I'm sure they're the ones that gave it to me. Your family wouldn't have lied. And
Yeah, but
it's been serving me exactly well since then.
It's a
Are
draw
you looking
weapon.
for
They would
somewhere
never
to?
look at it.
Are you looking for somewhere to stay? Pentel just interjects during this little debate. Steepling.
Rukon
the
calls
fingers.
over. No, thank you. We have a place to stay. We're staying at Bronzalurgy. We should probably get back there, really. And there's a aha. And then you can all hear the sound of a cork coming out of the neck of a bottle, and then a click, 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 click noise.
Don't you have
Brooke, make a Constitution check, please.
Don't you have like a flask of endless alcohol or something?
No, I have an ever-smoking bottle.
Breena has an alchemy jug.
Yeah, then we have an alchemy jug that literally makes free beer.
I thought it
And
made
mayonnaise.
mayonnaise. Everybody. Yes. Right, Constitution. Oh dear God. Let's try and avoid any like crucial stuff for Brucon tonight because Jesus, my rolling is terrible tonight.
No.
That is a 7.
Okay, Brucon, after knocking back that bottle, you are starting to sway, and you're starting to tipsy sway, and not in the Path of the Drunken Master feature, but just in general drunken feature.
Excellent.
Sway. Sway low, sweet dwarfiat. And that's where we are.
We need to sleep.
Yeah, let's get home. We've not got any kidnapped kobolds anymore. Let's go home, sleep, and start fighting people again in the morning.
A
How
good
about Docs
plan.
meets us in the morning and we take it from there?
Where would you
Sounds
like to meet?
good.
Docs, where are you staying? Do you want to come with us? If you're going to help us in the morning, it'd be easier if you just come to the tavern with us.
You can
I'll
sleep
come
in
to
my
the inn with
room.
us.
Thanks, but I have my own place.
Okay.
Well, if you're going to your own place, meet us at the Bronzalurgy in the morning so that we don't get separated looking for you. We don't really know the town very well.
That's fine. I don't think I could miss you if I lost you.
They stand out.
Yeah,
don't
we're very subtle. And I look up at Malar.
Yeah, he's a Loxodon. I was surprised for the first time I met him too.
Oh,
Yes,
Wait,
I suppose Malar does stand out quite a bit.
He's great though.
He was also standing on the roof about 5 minutes ago, so he's quite visible from everywhere.
It is not to worry, my Loxodon friend. In the Dragonborn Kingdom, all of you stand out quite a lot.
Well, perhaps Mr. Seth here has a point. Maybe we should retire post haste, given that he has pointed out on more than one occasion this is technically a crime scene, and we are quite conspicuous.
Yes, we should make ourselves scarce too. Before
Point
as
that we
go-
are celebrities, and within a week of within 2 weeks of arriving in this city, we became massive celebrities, and then in the course of 36 hours, got caught up in multiple public acts of violence.
It's true. This is true.
Yeah.
That's how you got famous, though.
Normal
Champions
celebrity
and
stuff.
serial murderers. That's
We're
perfect.
famous millionaires. We can
Yep.
do whatever we want.
I mean, you got famous
Jesus.
for literally slaying a monster, so killing things is kind of your jam. So it's fine. Not fine, but it's not unexpected, especially when you beat up the bad guys.
But I've got multiple stab wounds, so I'm going to the tavern. Thank you for the help, Moonrunners.
Just
We
to
will
the
speak you.
viewers, we do not condone violence.
You are most welcome, and I will set my my network out where it would best serve your purposes. So where would you like us to investigate, as a courtesy to the efforts you put in tonight to protect our meeting?
Just any information about those names still on our list. We've only crossed one off so far as not compliant in the assassination, so
Was there
any
a
of the others.
particular one, or just scattergun approach? That scattergun's not a thing in this world, is it? That's a
Yeah,
really
listen,
bad analogy.
Ah. That's character. I can't remember if any of the others are any of them stand out.
I can't remember which one have we ticked off the list.
You ticked
The
off
one that I mind read.
Bronze Sector, yeah. Bronze Sector.
Oh yes. Oh sorry. Yes, of course. Yeah. Ragnarok. Right. Gotcha.
That's it. Pharrell Ragnarok, that's the one. You crossed her off.
Yeah,
Nay
as
Williams.
near as
Oh no, she's trying to
we
get
could
married.
as near as we could mind read for a couple minutes, he didn't have much to do with it, and was just wanted to marry the king to normal power shit.
Yes, I remember now. Thank you. Good point. Well made. Yeah, let's head back.
We'll knock on a few stones and see what we can hear. And until next time, we will call on you at Bronzalurgy if we have any updates, as that is where you are staying, as you said very loudly.
Ah, fuck it. I hate it when he's right.
Are we talking? Is that in character or out of character? Are we saying? Are we talking
Out
about
of-
Jack? Or are we
out of
talking about the character?
Well, also out of character. Look, if we're going to trust these people to help us escape from a hostile city, then we probably let me flip that around. If we don't trust these people to know where we are staying for one night in the city, then we also should not be entrusting our lives to them if stuff goes south. So and I don't think we've got a reason to be super suspicious of them as pertains to us. So whatevs.
Plus, nothing about what we did was stealthy or quiet, and if anyone is going to know exactly everything about us, it's going to be the Moonrunners.
And also, excellent point. Long rest, long rest, long
Oh
rest,
God,
long
please
rest.
a long rest.
Yes,
All right,
please.
Already
guys.
left.
You guys, you
guys-
need to make your way. Sorry,
Yeah, Brucon would be fine with a short rest, but
you do have to obviously make provisions to get out of the green sector as you did to get in.
Ow.
I'll lead
fiddlestick.
everyone out. I'll lead everyone out again. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Docs, you're not going with them, right? Jess?
no.
Oh no,
We
I
lost-
didn't know.
Oh
there
no,
she
I
is.
saw something. Hello.
Hi.
She said no.
Hi. Oh, you're not. So where are you heading?
Well, I say with them. Not gonna go with them.
Oh, you're gonna follow
Follow
them,
from
but you
afar.
don't want to know that they're being followed.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Well, we'll get to that. Thank you for telling me that. All right. The rest of you then, you're all going to link hands and stuff. As far as you know, Docs is going home, wherever that may be, and we'll meet you in the morning. So you guys, are you all tying the rope together? Are you linking hands this time? What's the deal?
Should we link hands?
Yeah.
Sure.
it's all
Yeah.
What
hands.
could possibly go wrong?
All right. So I take it Leo Bryn's in the lead because you got them successfully through last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Leo.
Pure confidence.
I believe it was a perception check last time. Can you make a perception check, please?
There was. We did lower the DC because of a
History.
successful
It
history.
was a
History check.
yeah.
That's
It was
correct.
it was a remembering what the route was.
That's
Is that
correct.
Still viable?
Yes, it's still viable. You don't need to make another history check.
Good, because as before, Leo's perception is +0.
Okay.
Well, it's not a natural 20 like last time. It is, however, 19.
Hey.
We'll take it.
All right. Yeah,
My dice will always prove Leo's confidence is correct.
that's what we want. So you guys, so Leo puffs out his chest and marches into the mist, holding on to the person behind them. It was Mala last time, it may well be this time. And you all disappear into the mist. Docs, you see them disappearing into the mist. Can you make a stealth check, please, with advantage? Because, well, not just your cloak, but because of the pea soup mist that they are moving into.
Is that then triple advantage? Because I have advantage anyway.
No.
Like, what are the rules?
There's
on
no
that,
there's no double advantage, there's no triple advantage in this edition unless you've got elven accuracy, which Seth has. And
I
it's
think
annoying.
our passive. Thank you. I think our passive perception is like 12 at its highest anyway, so you're probably good.
Yeah, 12 plus you're in the mist is
I
going to lower
I rolled
it
a
more.
17.
With advantage, that was 17. Okay, great.
Yeah, 17.
Okay, yeah, you're starting to follow them. You need to keep them within sight. So can you make a perception check, please?
Mm-hmm. 15.
15. Yes, so you do manage to keep them within sight, despite the mist all around you. And yeah, you keep a respectable distance from them. Team, you get out of the mist, out of the green sector, and you're back on the main road, heading back to Bronzalurgy, to the inn, which you can do so unimpeded now. So nice and easy trip for you. Unbeknownst to you, Dox is following you there. So you all arrive back at the inn. It's quite late at this point. There's not many patrons left. But you do recognise, of course, the surly tavern keeper who just nods to you all, nodding upwards because he recognises you. And you can make your way up to bed, unless there was anything else you were getting on with.
I think Brucon just walks into his room and just face plants onto his bed.
Waddles in. Yeah. Bang. Gone.
Breena, before she goes up to her room, she's just going to say to the party and kind of look at Neris specifically as she's speaking. I learned a lot at the palace about red mages and things, but we should probably talk about that in the morning.
Fine.
Good idea.
Neris
Okay,
goes to
good
bed.
night.
Very nice. Yeah, brings us off to bed. Neris goes to bed. Rest of you?
Going to bed, but when I'm in my room, I'd like to just check on my scimitar.
What is it you wanted to check with it?
I want to make a small cut and see if on myself and see if anything happens.
Okay, you can do this. So you will deal
An
yourself.
incredible, absolutely unimprovable plan for verifying if something has gone wrong with your magical weapon. Just 10 out of 10.
Yeah. What else would I do? Tell people?
So you
I
won't.
mean, it's very selfless that you're not going out and testing it on someone else, but it is also a tad risky. I'm now thinking of a bit in the that bit in the IT crowd where he pulls the gun out.
Yeah.
Pulls the gun out
gun!
and goes, "A gun? Is it loaded?" No.
What's that from?
That's IT
It's
crowd.
from the IT crowd.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Seth, can you make a medicine check, please? Because you could obviously cut yourself, but it's cutting yourself in the right place and shallow enough, and that's what the medicine check's for.
Yeah, it's just like a little one on my palm.
Okay.
Medicine, literally never made that check before, so I have no idea what it is.
I think it's wisdom.
Good. Plus, that's 14.
Okay, so you make a small incision in your hand. You do take a point of damage. But yes, the blood kind of hangs on the edge of the blade for a moment, and then it just starts gravitating towards the hilt. And you just hear the kind of slight little slurp. And it disappears into the hilt.
Well, shit. Can I cast Detect Magic and see if anything looks different to like the first time I've seen it?
Okay, yeah, cast Detect Magic. Looks the same as before. It's magical.
Double shit. I should tell someone about this. And then I'm going to go to sleep.
I knew it! As soon as you said, I should tell someone. He's not going to, is he? Okay, yeah.
No.
No problem.
Take it away.
Okay, so Seth goes to bed. Malar, Leo, I believe, you're just heading to bed, or is there anything else you want us to get on with?
I'm good. A bit of rest. I've got a few wounds
to heal in your sleep.
It's a rarity.
That's true.
Nap them off.
And Malar?
Malar was going to make a point of being the last person sort of standing out of the group. He was going to have a drink, just water at the bar, let everybody else go to bed, and then about 10 minutes after the last one leaves, was going to go back upstairs and was going to knock on Breena's room. Does he know where Breena is?
Yeah.
Okay, knock on Breena's door and see if she's awake.
Go to bed, Mela.
She is. She'll open the door. Oh, hi, Mela.
Oh, Miss Breena, quick, go in.
Okay.
What is it you wanted to tell me about Mr. Seth earlier and the blade, Ms. Breena?
Okay, so our people have never trusted drow weapons, and that's what that sword is. I don't know more about it than that, but I would like to identify and look at it a bit closer, because what I noticed when we were fighting, whenever he stabbed someone with it, it would absorb the blood from his enemies, and it made a slurping sound. I didn't like it at all.
Oh, Ms. Breena, thank you very much. I'm inclined to agree with you. This is most important to deal with. We will endeavor to do this together. I wonder how stealthy are you feeling, Ms. Breena?
When I don't trip over my own feet, maybe I would be okay.
Okay, maybe we need a night's rest. Maybe not a tonight thing. Okay, Miss Breena, you did the right thing in coming to me. We share the same reservations.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, well, good night, Miss Breena. Get a good night's sleep.
You too, Mala.
Mala.
I'm glad to be back with the group. I didn't feel good alone by myself in the palace, even though the woman was very nice, but I'm glad to be back.
We're glad to have you back, Miss Breena.
Good. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.
Nala will, I don't know, he'll go to bed, he'll do a bit of praying on the situation and then very quickly nod off.
Seth, because of the amount of time you'd be taking conducting your investigation, shall we say, your experiment with your weapon, you can make a perception check to see how much how much you gathered about Breena and Malar, because you're still awake.
Oh shit. 12.
Okay, with a 12, the only thing you wouldn't have got words. You would, however, have noted the knock on the door. You would have heard Breena being like, "Hi, Malar," quite loudly. but wouldn't have got anything after that. And you would recognise the sort of the general basic kind of register that it was Malar. And so you know the two of them have you know that Malar has gone to Breena's room at some point in the evening. That is all you know.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine for now.
Cool.
Could be romance. You don't know.
It could be a number of things. So you guys go to sleep for the evening. For Brucon, it is a zen, peaceful sleep. The alcohol has done its job, and you are Sparko, completely out. There is one clear vision in your dream, Brucon, and that is of a serene landscape, atop which stands a set of scales. The seesaw, if you will. And you see your party members are on one end of the scale. On the other end of the scale, hard to tell. It's a blur, a reddish blur. You're not really sure what it is. Maybe it's red mages. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it could be... Is it a dragon? I don't know. There's a number of things that it could be. But it seems that your party are pivotal in whatever this is.
And Brucon, is Brucon himself part of that party, or am I in a purely observing role here?
You are on the fulcrum.
Ah, intriguing.
Brucon's right in the middle of this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that is all you. That is your main vision. That is the only thing that you receive in your dream. Next, we'll move to. To Mr. Malar.
Hello.
In your sleep, you hear. At first, it is just a whispering around in your dream. You can you're having a very pleasant dream of back home in Isk in the name. I've blanked on the name. It's here somewhere. I think it was Kapesk, where you're
Yes.
where your not tribe, your herd originated from. And you can see yourself as a child just playing in with a kind of a hoop and a stick. And your parents are there, and it's all very nice, but you're hearing these whisperings that are nothing to do with the scene that you're seeing before. It's like you're reliving childhood memories, but the whispering that you're hearing is of, it seems to be spectators. You look around and you can't see them within this scene before you, this desert scene. But then that all kind of clears. The desert sands become incredibly white and almost seem to morph into clouds. And then the whispering becomes a lot more distinct, and you can pick out individual voices, two of which you recognise. One you recognise is that of Festir, otherwise known as Steve, but your particular deity of the eight that you follow. Alongside that, you also recognise the slightly Cockney-sounding Keith, or Ominak, the god of truth. And they seem to be having some sort of disagreement of some kind. Can you make a perception check, please?
Yes, I can. Perception.
Ooh.
Right. Here we go. Oh, perception. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Nice. With a dirty 20. You hear you hear Ominak saying, sounding quite disgusted, being like, "Oh, come on, guys! I need to tell them more. They need to know what's up ahead, don't they?" To which Festir in particular is outspoken. He's, I don't know about that, because if you say you manipulate the course of the future, if you get involved with it, you've just got to let them get on with it and have the faith that they are the right ones for this job. They're the ones to stop what's coming. Besides, they'll have plenty of things to help them. I am the god of plenty, and I will ensure that is the case. That's the main thing you get from that conversation, Malar. But as you are coming back to consciousness, you do hear one other whispering of a voice that you have not heard yet that says, "I can call in on them." And then you wake up. But we will get back to being awake later.
Sure. So that was, we must have faith that they can stop what is coming?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I know, the gods having faith in the mortals. Interesting. Anyway, Leoberin, you asked, your dreams transport you to the Feywild, as they often do. And of course, that scene you're familiar with your patron, Lady Aranth, first blooming on her chaise lounge, wistful, all that. And each time you've had this dream, you have felt thinner, like your connection to the Feywild has diminished each time, and this is no different. But this time, when you experience the dream as well, there's almost a tint, a greenish. In one third is green, another third blue, and the third purple. There's various tints going on in your view. It's like looking through a sort of a very rudimentary kaleidoscope, if you like, the colorings of this vision before you. And after a while, as the image of the Feywild diminishes and darkens, it then seems to be replaced by a view of a cave on a shoreline. You recognize sitting atop this large cliff face, of which the cave is underneath. You recognize the Palace of Herthir, and the cave itself. You hear a cackle coming from within.
And then I wake up, or
that is the main thing you get from your dream.
Okay.
So but you would at some point wake up. Yes. Finally.
No, I didn't know whether I was like in some sort of dream state where I can like adventure into the cave.
You can if you'd like.
Oh god.
Would you like to do that?
I should not have mentioned this. I guess I should.
Okay.
I guess.
Your weapons, you will not need them. Leave them here.
I guess if in dream logic, Leo can approach the cave.
Yes, you can. You can approach.
This is where Leo never wakes up again.
Oh no! Don't say that.
So you approach so Leo, you approach the cave. It is dark within. You have dark vision, of course, but this seems like a magical darkness. I don't believe you have the Devil's Sight invocation, do you? No. So it is a darkness you cannot seem to see through. But you can make a perception check. With disadvantage, of course, because you can't see very well through here.
Gonna torture me.
So zero modifier and disadvantage.
Plus 0 disadvantage. So currently the lowest option is 2. Let's see if I can do worse than that.
Okay.
It's 2. Perception of 2.
So you heard the cackling, and you hear that still, but it's doesn't seem a malevolent cackle. It seems more gleeful.
Hello? Hello? Who's there?
Oh. I was not expecting you just yet. Come in. I have been expecting you.
I'm afraid it's rather dark, and I don't know where I am.
You're just going to have to trust me, aren't you? Walk through the darkness and you
Okay.
shall see me on the other side.
Leo walks forward.
All right, you walk into the darkness, and it's very claustrophobic because you cannot see anything and you can't even see your nose on your face, or the shape of anything. Like you put your hand in front of your face, can't see that. It's all very dark. You move. You can persist through the darkness, or you can stop. But I would assume you'd keep going.
Keep going, yeah.
Keep going until eventually you come out the other side of this darkness, and you are very much within a natural cave. Standing before you is in a majestic, beautiful elven maid with very long flowing robes. The robes are kind of a maroonish sort of colour. Seems to be like sort of tastefully embroidered, and there's something very traditional about their dress, their attire, and they have these long flowing raven black hair with occasional sort of braids as kind of twin braids at the front, twisted into it. The only thing that's slightly unsettling about her as she regards you are her eyes, which are a piercing yellow. I am the third sister. I believe you were looking for me.
I was. Hello? Yes. I was looking for you. It seems a little fuzzy how I got here. Yes. I was bringing you a thing. Next notes. Leo was confused.
I'm checking mine too.
Leo was confused in character because he's dreaming.
You had an orb that you were giving her?
I think I have an orb, yeah.
You do have the Pearl of Power, don't you? Oh no, yes, that's right. You have an orb as well. Yes.
Just checking if it was the orb that I was giving or something else.
I think it was the orb from when you released the pixies.
Yeah, no, from the second sister.
The orb from the Banderhop.
The second sister.
Yeah, there's Tilda, and then there was another sister, and then this is the third one. But that's all I've got in my notes for this.
Yeah, the second one was the pixie kidnapper. The first one was relating to the orb that the Banderhop had eaten.
Yes. I don't know where this is, but definitely, yes, I'm bringing you the thing.
Check your notes for maybe like 2019.
Oh god. Yeah. I found quest stream find old lady number 3.
Jawser, is the orb edible? Is it a Malteser? The quality comment in the chat, thank you.
Well, I mean, a Banderhop did eat it, but he did also have it with the side of children, so...
And there was a diary of sorts.
Steph Sab's old lady is Tilda. Leah hands over orb. I handed over an orb to Tilda.
Yes, it was Tilda's orb. Yes.
Blind Pelton Cart. Yes.
But you were tasked with seeking her out.
I was just tasked with seeking
It was finding her and not giving her something.
Yeah.
That's right, yes. Sorry, yes, go ahead, Leo.
Sorry, what was her name again?
You don't know her name yet.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yes, I was to find you. I was given a sense of coming this direction. To you, I guess I followed it. Yes. I don't have an orb. I gave your sister an orb. I don't have another orb.
No.
Am I just meant to?
No, but if my sisters sent you, then that means that the time is at hand.
Right.
To bring the three of us together once again.
Oh.
Wheels are in motion that you may yet aid us in.
Okay, yes. It does,
what was your name, handsome elf?
My name is Leobrun.
Etherel.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, I think.
Indeed. Unfortunately, Miss Leobrun, our meeting here will be brief, for this is only in the realm of dreams. But you may see me in the flesh, if you desire, in this location. it is a physical location as well as being one here in our dream.
Oh, okay. That's good. Thank you. Normally I just wake up from. Normally there's like some dramatic or tense moment, and then I wake up from a dream. This is very civilized. I guess. Have a lovely day. I'll see you later.
I hope you will. I have a gift for you before you go.
Oh, okay. Yes. Gifts.
If you would
People love giving me gifts.
If you would not mind, I will approach you.
Okay. Yes. You're not going to stab me, are you?
I am unarmed.
Right. Also, I'm a dream, so this is fine. I'm safe. Yes.
Yes.
Approach.
She gives a slightly impish grin. Yes, nothing can hurt you here. She walks very slowly up to you. Softly places a hand on one cheek. Noticeably, this is the cheek where you have. This is the side that you have the kiss from Lady Aranth. And she just covers that with her hand, and then she leans over and plants a kiss on the other side, and then withdraws.
Okay.
You feel magic in that kiss. You feel like a fizzing, like a bubbling sensation.
Okay. Something, well, I guess it's a dream. It's, yes, I have to go now.
Sleep well, Leo Bryn, until we next meet.
This is definitely the awkward bit where you normally wake up from a dream.
And it may well be in this case. Let's leave that there, shall we? Our final dream overnight. We pay a visit to our resident ne'er-do-well, as was put by Malar earlier. Over to Seth. Now, Seth, your persistent dream has been of the sea, and it's been where Chechikabagla, for lack of a better name, the voice, has spoken to you on many occasions. This is quite the same in that it starts off exactly the same in that respect. Hello, Seth. Doing well? Enjoying yourself? I saw you got took many lives today. I hope some of it was in service to me.
Yes, it's been a above average day.
It has, hasn't it? And I admired the speed at which you dispatched some of them. That weapon that you have is most intriguing. And as he says intriguing, its voice kind of disappears. It seems to fade out. And the scene before you, the sea, the water seems to dry out as well. And instead before you is total darkness. Until in that darkness, sort of silhouetted, appears a throne of sorts with 8 sort of spines coming out of it at different angles. Sitting on this throne is another but a very different majestic elven maid. This one with pale white skin, rivaling Neris's alabaster skin, and also rivaling in the decor with a very long black robe this time that also seems to have the kind of ends in these spines. She opens her eyes and looks at you and has these very strong, piercing red eyes, and regards you with a smile as she kind of plays with her fingers in her hands, kind of steepling and then lacing them, and just looking at you.
Hello?
Hello.
What are you up to?
I might ask you the same question.
Sleeping. We're just trying to sleep.
You're not of my kind, but you possess something of mine. And you've made good use
And
of
your
it.
kind is?
You don't know?
I apologize, I don't. Can I make a check to see if I actually do know?
Oh, actually, I suppose you wouldn't know, would you? No, you don't need to make a check. That's fine. You wouldn't know. But she does look at you kind of with a little bit of incredulity.
No, don't worry about it. You don't need to make a check. You just have no idea.
No, you genuinely have no idea, so it would be an impossible check. The drow, obviously.
Yes. Obviously.
The weapon that you have is usually given to disciples of mine, and you are not.
Oh, shit. I mean, yes, it was given to me as a gift.
The way she tilts her head from one side to the other as she regards you, it makes you feel that you're... It's kind of like she's a cat and you're a mouse and she's just toying with you. Or that you are a fly in a spider's web. My disciples would have such a thing in order to make them stronger. I believe the same service would be provided to you. Yes. You're, not as strong as I would hope you to be currently. We can see to that, though. You desire strength, don't you?
Completely about to shoot myself in the foot. But they weren't strong enough to stop us.
No, they weren't. That's why they're dead and you are not. That's why I'm interested in you and not in them.
Oh, fuck, I thought I was going to die there.
That's why you're still standing. You're from the Pirate Isles, aren't you?
Yeah.
One of the Mer Elves. I have not seen many of your kind here. Very interesting. I like your skin.
We don't get out much. Did she say she likes my skin?
She did say that, yes.
Thank you. I'm planning on keeping it.
Good. I like your skills as well. The hat we can make peace with, but the skills are going to be invaluable, I'm sure. She does bite her lip, and it is, yeah. She's definitely flirting with you in a weird way.
Wake up.
I will give you what I can when I choose to. But I will make you stronger.
What kind of strength?
I will give you skills that you do not yet possess. If you are to be one of mine, I would have you be strong for it.
Now, I know a guy who serves the 8 and only does one at a time. He serves one guy. I've already had an offer from someone. Is that a conflict of...
Oh, he won't be a problem to
Goddesses?
you. Or they, it, that entity that speaks to you. They're gone for now. I can supersede them if you would choose.
Sorry. Gone?
Just for now.
Just-
They won't be bothering you for a while I choose.
The gift I received, and I'm gonna. Do I have my medallion in my dream?
It's gone.
Would that still work?
In your dream, you don't have it. You want to detect thoughts or something on her?
Yeah. No. I want to ask her if that will still work, because that was a gift from him. That's connections with that patron. He said he's gone. I'm asking her, will my medallion be gone? Will its power be gone?
Anything that worked before on the material plane will still work, yes.
The last guy didn't ask for much. Just carry on. What do you want?
I want you to feed me.
What do you want to be fed?
You need to feed that weapon, as you have done so readily today.
And that's it.
That's it. And in return, I will make you stronger. And then perhaps, when you are of a sufficient strength, I will have other use for you.
Well, this has been a lovely talk. Much more pleasant conversation than the last god thing, man creature. So I'm going to wake up and find some people to feed the sword. So I will bid you good night, day.
Good night, day to you, Seth. And keep calling me a god and you'll get anywhere.
I want to wake up.
There is an uncomfortable pause before you wake up.
Yeah. Just,
okay.
Come on, wake up.
All right. So with that, your dream, after that awkward pause, your dream ends and everyone and one by one, you guys will wake up at the natural time that you wake up. Nobody's waking up, breaking to sweat in the night or anything like that. You all have a pleasant-ish dream. Now, before we cut to finding out what everyone's up to in the morning, we need to touch in with Docs because you've been following everyone and they went to their rooms. So what were you doing after that?
Docs.
Sorry to keep you on hold.
Just making sure. No. Just making sure that nothing suspicious happened. It's just she doesn't know these people, and she's followed them a little bit since they got into town.
Yeah.
But she still doesn't trust them, so she just wants to make sure that they're not getting into any funny business that would impede her. In the meantime, and since there was none, and she dimension doored her way home, and then she's probably going to be at the pub, sat at a table, feet up on the chairs, there before anyone else.
Okay, downstairs in Bronzalurgy, waiting for them to come down.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. The morning breaks, and each of you one by one can make your way downstairs. I think this is probably a good time to leave it for today. Actually, so then you can sort of conflab before the next session with what you want to do and where you want to go. But I think some good food for thought in your various dreams tonight. So,
I love the Docs is checking on us for funny business. Literally everything happening in our dreams is funny business.
Yeah. Apologies to Breena and Docs for not having dreams this time.
Yeah, she can't dream jump.
Brucon's dream was just vague, really. It was very little sort of sus going on, but I agree that the others were, whoo, boy.
Yeah, this is a good time to stop because hopefully Breena and Mala completely forget in 2 weeks that they want to question Seth, that sort of stuff. So yeah, let's stop.
I do have one last.
Let me just add to the party to-do list. Breena and Mala.
Sitting in a
Unfortunately,
tree.
Breena is unfortunately Breena is played by Angelique, and Angelique doesn't necessarily forget those things. So
Jess knows me too well.
One thing one thing to note before we wrap up today's session, because I do need to get this in before next time. Not a cliffhanger, but just a thing thing to observe. Seth, when you awake, it is dark in your room when you awake, but you feel you can see in the darkness better than you could when you went to sleep. Your dark vision has increased to 120 feet.
Oh, like Breena now.
he's turning into a drow. Or he's got drow magic.
And as you join the rest of your party for breakfast, they observe that your eyes are now red.
Motherfucker.
There is no way we'd forget now.
Fucking bitch.
My sword that drinks blood is perfectly normal. My eyes are now red and I can see too.
You.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that.
Hey, you got magic powers out of going to sleep.
I've literally been writing down what they could question me about to have perfect lies prepared. Oh, your eyes red? Oh shit, no, nothing's wrong with my eyes.
Breena's gonna see those eyes and gonna be like zone of truth. No, not even gonna wait. There's no way she's gonna be okay with this.
There might be some sharp things at your neck the next session.
Let's, I think a perfect place to leave things for tonight. In 2 weeks' time, guys, we're going to see what the fallout of that will be.
Jack, could I just do one thing before I forget? Because I forget every time. Could I do my portent?
Oh, your
rolls
portent.
for
Yeah, do
the
your
day?
portent rolls. And I will also say ahead of time, because I know how close you were to leveling, guys, that by the end of your long rest, you will have all leveled.
Yay!
I'll tell you the XP off stream, but you are going to move up to level 8 for next session.
Yeah.
Right.
Shenanigans.
If you would like to do so, Marshall, or anyone else who's inclined to do so, you can roll your dice.
Yes.
Roll
most
take
dice.
high average.
Roll their dice.
Most of you take high averages, but Leo, Marshall will always roll. So let's see, shall we?
I rolled down the line for Leo's stats. I'm rolling for everything.
And it's
That is
minus
1d8.
1 on whatever he rolls. It's D8 minus 1, isn't it? For
Yeah,
negative
minus,
con.
yes, D8 minus 1, minimum of 1, thankfully. Otherwise, I would have negative health by now.
Yep.
Don't know if there's a good. There we go.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's good.
Amazing.
It's done it again!
Fucking time.
Level 8, 13 health.
Statistics would say
Wow.
that in
What is wrong with your D8s?
in 7 rolls, 1 of these should have been higher than 3.
So you're at 13 now because that's minus 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm at 13.
Wow.
Level
Just
8,
to say,
13
Marshall,
health.
in the campaign that I am running, they've just bumped straight from level 1 to level 3 because of shenanigans on my part. And the party monk decided to roll for his HP increases both times. He rolled a natty 1 on both of them. He still has more HP than Leo. Level 3 monk has 16 HP. Leo's level 8 warlock has 13.
He's got the HP of like 2 children.
It's amazing.
He's
and he
flying
haven't
so
even
close to the wind.
I haven't even leaned into any serious defensive magic items. There's a lot of magic items you could try and seek out that would really help with this, and nope, Leo is a glass cannon made of explodium. Incredible.
Love it. It's a 16 and an 11 on the portent rolls. So we know
16
that
and
for
11.
Nice.
Okay, make a note of that, Angelique, please, because you definitely need to know those when you use them.
Will do.
And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you all for sticking with us. players, thank you for sticking with this, despite the technical hitches today. Managed to get the session up and off the ground. And yeah, I look forward to the next one, which will be in 2 weeks' time. That'll be on the 13th of April. Join us for that then. As this was session 85. No, thank you in the chat. Thank you, Joseph, for coming along. Hopefully next week, if not sometime in the interim between now and the next session, I will get a roundup, a previously in the Manylands, and kind of go over events from sessions 81 through to 85. I will let you know about that when that's going to be nearer the time on our social media if you're not following us already. Anyway, thank you all again for joining us, and until next time, who will entertain me until then? I could recommend, of course, our friends at Roll for Mischief, who do Tuesday night D&D, 8 p.m. Every Tuesday. If you want to keep them, and you can go to them to entertain you in the interim next week. I would suggest that. Anyway, whatever you're up to, guys, look after each other, and above all, stay safe. Bye.
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 Bye.